Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today to go over an article I thought was pretty funny and something that relates to, I think, probably most of us out there. So, this article is from PJ Media from April 27th. It says New Jersey Little League has the perfect remedy for combative parents. And I used to play Little League as a kid. In fact, I played Little League up until my early 20s, believe it or not. And baseball, of course, I should say. So, naturally, this is what this is referring to. Um, and of course, there's always those parents that think that they know better than everybody, especially the umpires. And I've seen those parody sign, not parody, but mock signs up at the game that say like this isn't like a, like your kid. It doesn't. There's no scholarship up for for anybody that's going to be given here or anything like that. So just basically like calm the hell down. It's just a game, sort of thing. So I did go through this article already, and I think it's really funny, but I thought I'd just share it with you because I really think this is the perfect remedy. So it says, when it comes to youth sports, there's nothing worse than those know-it-all parents who try to correct an umpire or coach. You see them in every sport, and the unnecessary drama that these parents create embarrasses their kids, and they become a laughingstock to other families. It says, but one Little League program in New Jersey has found a genius solution to the problem of combative parents and spectators. Deptford Township Little League has implemented a new rule this year after argumentative spectators had gotten so bad that 2 volunteer umpires quit. It says, now league officials say if you fight with the umps, you could find yourself making the calls. How about that? If you start yelling at the umpire, they're going to say, hey, guess what? You get to come in here and let's see how good you do. This is an excellent solution. It says, league president Don Bozufi said that the disputed calls and ensuing arguments follow a typical pattern. They think that the call was bad, which always amazes me that when they can see a strike better than okay, hold on. Which always amazes me that they can see a strike better over there than the umpire can 1 foot in back of them, probably in back of the plate. That's what he's referring to. It says Bozufi told WPVI, enough arguments have gotten out of hand that umpires have quit rather than put up with the combative spectators. As they're coming here, they're being abused. They don't need that, said Bozufi, so they're walking away. Understandable. That's always the hardest part, yeah, because I did do umpiring before I had any like real actual job. So like pre-teen to early teen years, I did umpiring, and it wasn't the most fun thing, especially when you're a kid and you've got parents up your ass about a call that you made, and it's like, how do you deal with that when you're 12, 13, 14, 15 years old? You're kind of like and plus parents yelling at children, umpires that are children are kind of, that's not the greatest look, I will say. But yeah, it wasn't my favorite thing that I ever did, and I did do girls softball as well, and it was the same sort of thing, in terms of the people that you'd get, the parents that you'd get, I should say, at the games, thinking they know better than you. Some cases they may have. I wasn't great at it, but that's essentially why I stopped. It was just I didn't like it. I didn't like that sort of interaction with the parents where it was just like, kind of them just yelling at you. And it didn't happen often, but it does happen. And, it kind of makes you think twice about what you're doing. So the article goes on, says, under the new rules, argumentative parents or spectators must serve as an umpire for 3 games or face a year-long ban from the fields. I want to see them squirm, Basufi told CBS News. I want to see them make that call, and maybe they'll see it's not as easy as it looks. Basufi prefers to think of the new rule as an enlightenment rather than a punishment, and some parents agree. Yeah, I would say so. It's like, okay, you come out here and you got to show us that you know better than the people that are actually basically trained for this. Because even as a kid, when I did it, there were still, it was a minimal amount of training then. It's not like you went to umping school, which there is for the major leagues, but you still got some training, and these are people that wouldn't be trained, but it's like, you think you know better? Let's see how well you do at it. So it's sort of natural to say, buddy, if you can do a better job, come on down here and do it, or don't make any comments about the way I do it. Mac Barnes, a dad who has also worked as an umpire, said. So the rule change has also created an unexpected benefit. Bazufi says that 5 parents have reached out to him about becoming umpires. Oh, there you go. Okay. So naturally, the problem with combative parents isn't just an issue in New Jersey. That's true. So back in 2019, umpires in the San Antonio District 19 Little League published a letter to parents explaining the issues that umpires face. As we're learning more and more every day the reasons why all sports, are experiencing problems getting umpires or officials into their programs, the umpires wrote. One of the main reasons, sportsmanship. Not just from the managers, coaches, or the players, but parents too. Says the umpire cited a 2019 survey from the National Association of Sports Officials that found 13% of officials have been assaulted. Wow, okay. Says 47% have feared for their life. Man, okay. Says 57% have broken up fights, 64% have ejected players, managers, coaches, or parents, and 80% quit before the third year. So I was never assaulted. I never feared for my life. I never broke up a fight. I never actually had to eject anybody from any game. And 80% quit before the third year. No, I think I did like I said 3 or 4 years of it. I think 3 seems to be the right. But again, I was a kid. It wasn't like I was an adult doing it and then quit because of that. I was a kid. So another survey from the NASO concluded that about 40% of officials believe that parents cause the most problems with sportsmanship, and 57% of officials believe that sportsmanship is getting worse. I would agree with both of those things. So the next time you're watching your child, family members, or friend playing at your local league, remember, umpires are human too. The letter from the umpires continues. As we make mistakes, but a good umpire will do everything in their power to get it right. We know that when there's a close play, we're going to make half the people happy and not the other half. In the end, we want to get the call right. With these trends in sportsmanship, Bazoofi and Deptford Township Little League may well be onto something. Forcing these combative parents and spectators to put themselves in the shoes of an umpire for a few games might help them realize that umpires are fallible people, just like the parents are, and maybe it'll lead to some change in spectator behavior. Yeah, I'd like to think that. I mean, again, there's no reason why you should be going nuts at a game. I mean, I understand there's frustrating calls and stuff like that, and when I played, yeah, it still happened, but I was always of the opinion, I never argued with the umpire severely to where it was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you can't see. Like, I would basically just look at an umpire and be like, kind of like, I'm thinking specifically in terms of like balls and strikes when I was hitting, that I remember one specific time that an ump called something a strike that even where I stood in the batter's box, if I stretched out as far as I could, I would not have been able to, my bat wouldn't have been able to hit the pitch, even because it was way outside. And so I took it as a strike, and I looked at the ump and I just said, where was that? He said, it was on the outside corner. And I went, okay. It's not like I'm going to be able to talk to him and he's going to go, well, you know what? You were right. Well, let's change that. So that was kind of my opinion on the whole thing, was like, they're not going to change their opinion because you talk to them. They're going to stick with their call. So it's like, what's the point of arguing? I mean, you can argue with them, but you're just going to get yanked from the game or something like that. I had coaches that had been tossed from games. I had seen other players get tossed, but it's like, what's the point of that? You're just hurting your team, by doing that stuff. And again, I know you can get angry. I know you can sit here and say, like, you're calling all of these pitches wrong, or you keep missing this. Maybe that'll stick with the ump and make them go, oh, okay, well, maybe I need to do better with that. But again, yelling at somebody like this isn't going to make them just go, oh, wait, hey, that Mr. Smith over there on the bench, I guess he has a point about that. You know what? I know that guy, I called him safe at home, but he was actually out, because of what that guy said. Like, that's just not going to happen. So why bother? But anyways, let me know what you think about this. I thought this was kind of a more lighthearted article than the usual stuff on this channel. I thought it was kind of fun, given, my experience playing Little League and what I remember from it, and umping as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.